it's
Loaded?
Yep, we're good. All right, we're back for executive session for evaluation. No action taken. Ready for your.
Okay.
Thank you.
Good motion, Tammy Robinson, Finance Director. Just have a few things to update you on. One of the first things is that there will be no budget amendments for 2024. So we did talk to the library and we're good with the numbers and where we have them. So
Nice.
don't have to worry about that. Another thing that I wanted to update you on, as you all know, we did hire a seasonal employee for the sole intention of catching up our scanning from the 2023 transition year with CIC. And so our gal has been working, she's worked 113 hours from June to October 25th and has less than 40 hours remaining to be done with this project. So we're in really good shape there.
Awesome.
And with that, I just wanted to let you know that had my girls had to take the time to do this with overtime because they don't have it in their regular schedule, we would have had to pay an additional $2,540 in overtime for them. So we saved the county those dollars.
Thank you.
So it's went really well, and we will be able to look information up a lot easier than a manual book to go to. So the next thing I wanted to update you on is the PBC members, just for a heads up, when we get to the January reorganization, you need to make sure you have on your list that there will be 4 appointments that need to be made with that January meeting. So Ken Mortensen is termed at the end of this year, Mike Rhodes, Rodney Glessner, and then of course the commission is to be appointed annually. So those will be something that you need to make sure that it's on the organizational schedule when we do that.
And Rodney reached out to me by email, that he's still interested.
Yeah, and I had sent the information to Mr. Mortensen as the president, so it will be on the agenda for the PBC to make sure that all 3 of them are willing to stay on there so that you have that information when you do the January meeting as well.
Okay. Awesome.
One other thing with financial information, we did just pass our financial policy, and with that, we have part of it where it outlines that we intend to post our bids online on our website. So Crystal and Kaylin and I are going to get together this week because we want to create a bid page within our website so that it can be utilized for that purpose. So that is the plan with that. And then the other thing, petty cash resolution, there is an area in that financial policy to have a petty cash resolution for any petty cash. So legal and I are working together on that, and we'll have that to you before the end of the year to sign off on so that we have it for the 2024 year. So I do have the list, and this is the offices that have funds in their offices, not the 2 checking accounts, because we've already passed those resolutions for the attorney and the sheriff. So this will be the ones that are actual cash within their offices.
So how many could that amount to?
So the total of that for what's in the departments is $3,325. The treasurer has $1,600 for their daily drawers. And then the clerk has $75, register of deeds $200, health department $100, attorney $100. The sheriff has $525, the district court has $200, appraiser has $25, and then the transfer station has $500. They have 2 different employees, so each employee has that $250. So that's what will be coming to you with that petty cash resolution.
Thanks.
The only other thing, and Corey's going to be bringing this to you, but if you recall, we talked about that HMN architect potential phase 2 when Betsy and I were both out of the office, and we had intended to talk about it again. So I don't know what your thoughts are. The PBC had recommended approving that phase 2. So I think with that, the contract that the HMN had sent over is an additional $15,000. We've already paid $40,000, and then They had also sent some information concerning some firms that have understanding of jail operations and management styles that are best supported by your staff's capabilities and numbers. So wanted us to consider, there were 3 different ones that they gave us that may potentially be able to provide an understanding of management styles and staffing needs, as well as projected bed needs. So I don't know if you want to look at these before we actually do our operational audit and potentially use that in lieu of it, or if you want to do in addition, but we definitely don't want to be duplicating the services, which is what Jeremy had sent the other day and said, just wanted to make sure that, we don't really know what this encompasses because it's just a few small words and we don't see a big scope of it, but it might be something that we want to look at before we move forward.
Well, that's much cheaper than operation.
It would be,
I-
and if it would be enough, then, that would be great.
Sure. And I don't know if it is enough, like you said, I mean, if there's not enough detail in there.
Right.
We've spent so much money on maintenance there, we really need to address that issue. I don't know how the PBC, they're wanting to go forward.
Well, they had recommended to you at that meeting that
Yeah.
day, and then you guys put it on hold since Betsy and I were both out. And so, but Corey was planning on coming on December 2nd to see about you considering to approve this phase 2. So I want that on your radar. Just wanted to go
Can we get
through
it,
it.
like maybe more detailed of what they do before then?
I can send out, because they gave me the names, and so I can reach out to them and see what kind of information and see if I can get it before December 2nd.
Yeah, I mean, just so we have as much information as possible.
They did a really good job, HMM, covering that on our other PVC meeting.
Yeah.
And, there's strict ways for the structure,
Right,
but they utilize some of these companies.
correct.
And so if I'm correct, I may be wrong, but the 15,000 is for H&M,
Mhm.
and then it's another probably 10,000.
Well, this says 35,000 for a basic population study for justice planners. And the other 2 that they provided for references didn't give any quoted prices. So I would like to understand what a basic population study is for the 35,000.
After what you sent out with the operational audit, I was like blown away.
I know.
So I guess on the surface, I was thinking this.
But we
might-
also need to do it right,
I know,
Right,
I think we do a little more homework on this, and it might fit our needs.
and it just may, and that's the thing, you don't want to go too far into your scope that it doesn't make sense either, but you definitely, like the chairman said, you want to make sure that you're covering everything that you need to so that we don't have to go back to the drawing board 3 or 4 different times. So, but I will reach out and see if I can get some information before the 2nd of December that we can add with this when Corey comes to do his monthly time. Or bi-weekly time, I'm not sure. All right, that's all I have for you today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next up, we have it amended on our agenda that we have to talk to legal counsel about legal issues for the petition on North Ridge. So entertain a motion for that for 5 minutes.
I make a motion for 5 minutes with us 2 and the counselor.
Second, all in favor? Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carried.